Hi everyone, this is Natalie Brown, and I want to talk to you today about movement. Something happened over the weekend which made me think that I needed to share this with you guys and just really get this out there, because I feel like a lot of people are stuck and with the same thing that I'm stuck with. So I'm one of those people that I don't really like going to the gym. And that's just not my thing. So I went to the gym the other day, checked it out, and I was like, oh my gosh, I cannot be here because it feels like the four walls are closing in on me and I don't want to be here. I don't want to do this. Okay. And I know that probably sounds like a horrible excuse, but it just doesn't work for me. Okay. Going to the gym doesn't work for me. I've been there, tried it, got the t-shirt, and decided to burn the t-shirt because it didn't work for me. But then what does work for me, and I think you have to honor the fact that each of us are so unique and so different that we have to find what works for us. So our body needs movement, okay? And through movement, our spirit and our soul can be released, okay, and healed. And I'll give you an example, because over the weekend I was dancing, and I thought, I'm going to do some exercise this weekend. And I decided to do some dancing. And that was my means of my way of doing exercise or moving my body. And I felt like I also wanted to have that meditative practice, because for me, dancing is a very meditative practice as well. So I ended up putting a great shamanic drum song on, and I was up here in my lounge and I was dancing away, and arms up in the air and bum going left, right, and body moving, and it was great. And as I was dancing, I could feel the physical release of something that I was holding on to within my solar plexus, your seat of power. And as I was moving, it moved me so much that I started crying. And at that point, I opened my eyes, and my husband was standing next to me, and he had this weird look on his face as if to say, okay, crazy woman, because obviously I was looking a bit weird with the funny dance moves and then the crying and whatever else was going on. But I was in deep connection with myself. I was really enjoying the moment, and I felt it was very healing. And so I just ignored my husband for a minute, and I continued dancing, and I continued feeling the movement come through my body, and just felt the rhythm of the drums move through my body. And in that way, it was amazing, because I was feeling so great afterwards. I felt like I'd released something or healed something that I was holding on to. And also I got the physical exercise because I was moving my body. So I was connecting with my higher self, and I was connecting in my physical body, which is so important. And I feel like a lot of us have that disconnect from, the physical body to the spiritual body. There is that disconnect, and we are all one. Okay, it's all part of one body. And so it's really important to be able to, when you do realize, when you move your physical body, you are actually releasing things within your spiritual body, and you're connecting to your soul. So I remember when I was young, and this was something that I only remembered about 6 months ago. I used to move the furniture in my mum and dad's lounge, and I used to just dance. And it was my way as a young adult or a teenager, my way of coping, of allowing myself to just be free in that moment and really kind of control my world in that way. It was a way of escaping, a way of releasing whatever I was holding on to. And it was a stress release for me. And I only remember this about 6 months ago. And then I started teaching soul dance, which is an incredibly powerful way of moving so that you can actually release the energy within your chakras. And this is not something that I was taught. This is something that comes from within. And I do this still now. So what I was getting at with movement is so much more than just doing exercise. It's so much more. It actually feeds your physical body. It feeds your spiritual body. It feeds your soul and your mind. Okay, it rejuvenates your mind, because when you feel good within your body, then your mind feels great as well. All right. And this morning I decided that I wanted to do another little dance and do my exercise. And I usually take the doggies for a walk, and then, we go into the park and then we go for a walk. But I thought, no, this morning I'll do my dancing first. And I found another song that had drums in it, and I just started dancing. And as I was dancing, I could really feel myself connect with my higher self. So how you do that is you just close your eyes and you kind of look through your third eye, and you just connect with your higher self, okay? And you can ask the question. I don't ask any questions when I dance, but you can if you want, saying, help me to release, or show me what I need to release right now. And then I was dancing. I was enjoying the movements and enjoying the moment. And it was so great. And I could feel once again this time it was different, because I could feel this joy bubbling up from within me. And I started laughing out loud. I mean, for goodness sake, I think if any one of my neighbors saw me, they would go, okay, let's call, someone to come and sort her out or come and help her, because she might need some help. But I was laughing out loud, and with that came tears of joy as well. And as I was dancing, I was literally in almost like in a state of, and almost kind of in a trance, if you want to call it that. Not that I was, but I was fully aware of what was going on around me. But I felt like I went deeper and deeper and deeper. The more I was dancing, and the more I was listening to the drums. And I could feel and sense my spirit guides around me and my angels around me, and they were dancing with me. And I could just see them putting their hands together and, joyfully clapping their hands and putting their hands together. And the reason why that was is because they were celebrating with me. They were joyfully celebrating with me. And it was such a beautiful moment. And when I finished my 20 minutes dancing, I felt great. I felt amazing. I felt like, I got some exercise. I did my meditation, which is my way of meditating in that way as well. And it was just such a beautiful moment. So exercise and moving your body does not have to be difficult. We are so hard on ourselves, man. I mean, we think that we need to go to the gym to bust a gut, or, I don't know, pop a leg, or whatever you want to call it, right? We don't have to do all that. I mean, I can imagine myself after the winter being on a treadmill going, okay, I've only got 2 weeks to achieve my body weight, or to achieve what I want to do. And that feels too hard. That feels super hard. And it's easier to just find a way of doing or moving in the way that you love. And if it's dancing, great, go for it. If it's walking, fast walk, whatever it is, do it. If it's a run, if it's biking, kayaking, or whatever makes you happy, do that. For me, like I said, dancing works. And just really being compassionate with yourself and not putting too many expectations on yourself, because the limiting beliefs and things and thoughts and the actions and things that we've created in our life throughout our lifetime, that often stops us from having fun in our own bodies. And through dancing, I feel that I get to play in my body. So as a spiritual being, this vessel is moving to the rhythm of the music, and I get to play in my body, which is amazing. It feels amazing. So I want to leave you with that. I hope that you go and find something, to do, to move your body, to rejuvenate your soul in that way, and to really find the joy in movement and exercise, and not to make it so hard and make it so difficult. And before I go, I just want to add something. My husband was saying, you're getting very old these days, so you've got to do some exercise, not because we think you're overweight, my kid's also saying this, but because you're getting a bit older and you need to stay healthy. And I think for me, it's more about that. It's more about how I feel in my skin, how I feel in my body. and not putting too much judgment on myself, because I know that, I know that when my jeans are too tight, I know that when I've eaten one too many chocolates, but that's okay, because next week I'm going to be out there walking the beach, or I'm going to be out there dancing for 20 minutes or 25 minutes, and I'm going to find my joy in that way. I'm going to move my body. And I think it's all about consistency, just creating consistent movement in your life and making sure that you do something. Even if you can't walk, or if you find it difficult to walk, just do some exercises at home. Just lift your legs up and lift your arms up, or get some small weights for you to work with, or even use the side of the wall to push yourself off against. It's not difficult to move. It's not difficult to move our bodies. And you know what? It's easy to create that joyful, playful emotion within our body when we move. So have fun doing it. And if you have any questions around this, please get in touch. I look forward to speaking to you soon. See ya.